Good morning, afternoon, evening, everyone. Now, often we hear maintaining and managing technical security compliance of infrastructure services and data in cloud is one of the challenges that keeps CISOs and cloud security teams up at night. Now, let alone the complexity of hybrid and multi-cloud environments, maintaining and managing regulatory compliance requirements, and supporting scale for business critical workloads. My name is Abhijit Kulkarni, and I'm a managing director and the US leader for our Google Cloud security practice here at KPMG LLP. With close to 2 decades of overall infrastructure transformation and engineering experience, I have helped few of the Fortune 10 organizations adopt cloud in a safe and a secure way. Along with me, I have Niranjan Girme, who is a director in my team.
Thanks, Abhijit, and hello, everyone. My name is Niranjan Girme. I'm a director in KPMG's cybersecurity practice, and I have close to 18 years of experience in cybersecurity, technology risk, and risk compliance. I help customers that are migrating to the cloud to manage their security, compliance, and governance needs to really help them build a secure and compliant journey to the cloud. The focus of our quick session here today is to understand more about KPMG's solution for helping customers automate compliance and security management in multi-cloud and hybrid environments that eventually helps them maintain a consistent and compliant security and risk posture and brings granular visibility and reporting capabilities. So Abhijit, can you outline the current challenges that some of your customers face?
First and foremost, operating at scale is not a technology problem. Most of our enterprise customers will have presence across all major cloud service providers, whether that be Google, AWS, GCP. They would have at least about 5,000 instances in cloud, at least 1,000 developers, architects, engineers in their IT, application teams, and business teams, and about 5 to 8,000 plus code and infrastructure changes / commits that happen on a weekly basis. A simple 3-tier application typically has about 20 plus opportunities of misconfigurations. And now link this back and imagine if the organization or customer has 2,000, 5,000, or 10,000 workloads and the applications across their enterprise. Managing the technical compliance for these applications and workloads is just beyond any possible manual scale. But the second most identified challenge is application developers and engineers would think that they will enable logging and alerting and monitoring, but then think about the number of alerts that it's going to generate in an enterprise environment with just mere 5,000 workloads or 5,000 applications. This essentially leads into alert fatigue. Now, how do you know which ones out of these alerts are important ones? How do you essentially eliminate noise to identify the critical signals? Try identifying signals from petabytes of logs, and you are bound to hit a human / manual error. And you may actually end up missing a critical alert. This is what most of my customers have actually faced in their practical lives. Now, this is where technical compliance automation can really help. Security orchestration and automation, in true sense, solves fundamental problems with scales, allows our customers and their security teams to focus on critical tasks and activities which are very important to their business. There is a need for an automated way to detect threats and to respond to these threats. Now, this in combination with your legacy SIEM capabilities with data analytics and security orchestration and automation gives you that one single pane of glass that will eventually help you achieve the required compliance automation. Some of these challenges do bring a need for a solution that is able to detect infrastructure configuration drifts, threat vectors, and compliance violations early on in the build lifecycle in an automated fashion. Tie this with providing automated remediation, and you have a solid technical compliance automation and management system in place, effectively reducing the work pressure of your SecOps teams and your cloud security teams, and it helps them maintain a ubiquitous security posture. So Niranjan, why don't you talk about a little bit more about how the solution works?
So as you said, there is certainly a need for organizations to be able to rapidly detect threats in a highly scaled environment with large volume of changes and ever increasing access. The critical thing here is being able to perform some real-time or close to real-time identification and remediation of security problems. And that really starts out by harvesting the data from your cloud native API endpoints, harvesting the configuration data of your cloud resources, not only upon creation of the cloud resource, but also upon changes to those cloud resources. And then you unify the data so that it is consistent across your accounts, subscriptions, VPCs, projects, and so on. And then you drive the analysis around that data. So what does it mean for our organization to be compliant? And lastly, you need to action against that data. So what do I want to happen when XYZ occurs? What steps and actions should a person, let's say, sitting in the SOC take, or a resource owner take? Or what are some of the automated actions that can be immediately triggered? The other thing I want to mention here is multi-cloud and the ability to do this at scale in multi-cloud and hybrid environments. And so considering that, the solution primarily combines the power of the three Google security tools. Number one is Chronicle. Chronicle, as you know, helps you analyze and search large amounts of security and network data by ingesting logs and security data from various sources through their forwarders, APIs, and third-party integrations. It normalizes that data, indexes that data, as well as correlates that data, and analyzes that data to provide instant analysis and context on risky security activity. The second solution is Simplify SOAR. Simplify SOAR is the security orchestration and automation response tool, which provides the ability to respond to cyber threats through a higher degree of automation by automating your SOC playbooks, case management, and provides really a cohesive threat intelligence through a very intuitive and simple to use portal. And then the third tool is Security Command Center. It really helps you strengthen your security posture by providing an inventory of cloud assets, identifying misconfigurations within those assets, vulnerabilities, and threats, and helping you mitigate and remediate the security risks. Now, the one additional aspect is this concept of shifting left with security. So helping them implement processes, controls, and even tools to identify infrastructure misconfigurations right in the CI/CD pipeline prior to them even getting deployed into production. And that, coupled with minimal human user access in production environments, should reduce the number of alerts and security logs that are generated from your production environments. So that really is the basic summary of the solution, which is to detect and remediate threats, leveraging the power of the security tools provided by Google, combined with this shift left approach to detect and manage cloud misconfigurations early in the cloud lifecycle. So that being said, Abhijit, would you like to tell our listeners about some of the outcomes and benefits that clients can realize from this approach?
Absolutely, Niranjan. The goal here is to help our customers with early detection of cloud misconfigurations, detection and automated response, okay, and overall make it easier to identify threats and actions upon high risks. The foundation of this solution is based on some great tools that have been built by Google, and to take them and deploy them in our client's infrastructure tailored to their use cases. So really, the outcome we hope for is for CISOs, CROs, and CIOs to understand the state of their cloud infrastructure, get a meaningful idea and a meaningful visibility of which resources are in a non-compliant state, which of those non-compliant resources pose a threat scenario that can be exploited. Now that we have spoken about some of these outcomes, I wanted to talk about some of the key takeaways. They need to think about security as a whole. The holistic perspective for security as a part of their transformation is required to achieve that ubiquitous security posture that they're going to require. Companies and clients need to move towards enforcing automation through policies and helping build compliance automation at the build time. Last but not the least, manage compliance through the development lifecycle. I would say these are the 4 essential key takeaways for any customer that is in their cloud journey or as a part of their process. If there are any questions, feel free to reach out to any of us. We would be more than happy to talk about our technical compliance automation and how you can achieve this within your environment.